I am the eternal boomer. I have had to start this thing over again because I muted myself, Warpugs. But this is a request from Aimer Gamer, and Aimer Gamer wanted me to check out Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. It's the second teaser for this one. I didn't know there was a first teaser for this one. But I am joined because she is part of a governmental program to keep me sane, which is not working. Hi, Valk.
Hi.
Now, she knows more about Gundam than I do because reasons. And I know about it. I watched Endless Waltz. I knew enough about Gundam because a friend of mine really liked Gundam when I was in high school. But most of what I know is, you know, Death Scythe. I know Gundam X. I know Heavy Arms. I know those Gundams. I don't know anything else.
So this, I believe, the Gundam Requiem, it's going to be taking place in what we dub it in the Gundam community as the 1 year war.
The Gundam community, okay.
I mean, we could go into the Fate franchise and I could explain the Fate franchise if you want. We can do
what
that.
Franchise?
The Fate series. And that's even worse than Warhammer lore.
No, stop it. Ugh, I have enough I have enough franchises alone as it is that people are sitting there banging down my door for me to check out. At some point, I have to. People are so hyped for me to check out Destiny stuff, and I'm still sitting there. Every single time I look at something about Destiny, I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, everything is an hour and 15 minutes long, and I don't have enough time in the day.
I mean, Destiny.
And don't even.
I don't want to talk.
Don't even.
I don't want to talk.
No, don't even.
Every time I hear Destiny now, I cry a little bit.
Why?
$90.
$90 for what?
Oh.
The game?
No. So.
Personal stories with Valk.
So. After the Witch expansion and everything happened, they decided to release the new expansion for Destiny, and yeah, that whole expansion, the DLC along with the raid events and everything, costed $90.
Okay. Well.
And let me tell you, the grinding is unreal.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Well,
and I even skipped the Wish. I think it was called the Wish event or something like that for Destiny, but I don't want to be reminded.
Okay. Then I will not remind you, Valk. I will not remind you at all.
It is PTSD inducing.
Okay.
Also here.
Hi, Icey. So, TLDR.
Yes, thanks for mentioning me, boss.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know whether to mention you or not because normally you stay silent.
He is the man in the background.
Icey is here. He's in your walls.
For better, for worse.
You will hear him eventually screaming at War Thunder. So, Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. Here we go. Are you ready, Valk?
Yep.
Alright, let's go. Bandai!
Bandai
Namco.
Namco.
Okay. Sunrise.
Ooh, I love this studio.
This is Sentinel 2 lead. We read you loud and clear. I need those mobile suits on the ground now! Deploy your 42!
You heard the Major. Red Wolves, prepare to drop.
Okay.
Charlie, how you holding up?
Don't worry about me. the hell is that?
Okay, so kind of to give you a backstory on when this takes place,
I hate the
believe.
music. It does not fit
Yeah.
what's going on at all.
Yeah, so this is taken like the last few months during like the year one war.
I don't
And
know
the
what
year-
the Year One war is, Val.
Okay. So the year one war was essentially just a conflict between like one thing against Earth, and we're at like the last point of it where destruction was like everywhere. And so in the video we're just seeing this huge Gundam and they're just like, what the fuck is this thing? So essentially that's basically it. That is like the TLDR, the little snippet of Gundam.
Okay, so there was a war between Earth and a thing.
Yep. And I believe it was called yeah, so it was brought about like creation deployments of the mobile suit. That's basically like what the war was about. And to give context, they are using Unreal Engine 5.
I saw that at the end.
Yeah, so UE5 for that. But the date for this one was during November 79. The year is 79, 0079, right?
Which is?
The final 2 months of the war for this one. For this
Valk.
particular event.
Valk,
Oh, okay. If I were to do a lore channel, it would be the most chaotic thing, alright?
Yes, it would. You'd be like, hey, you know, in some time, in some place, this happened, and blah. What? Oh, God. When is this?
So...
Oh, God.
Boss, keep in mind I constantly have to live with this, not you. She is my problem.
Oh, God. Valk, around what
Yes.
time in the future does this
Yes.
happen?
So the 1 year war, which began on, I believe, January 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around there.
What year,
0079.
Valk?
Yes, 0079. That's the year. When basically the Principality of Zeon said, you know what, Earth? Fuck you.
So they're the thing?
They're the thing.
They're the thing.
And the war ended on January 1st of year 0080.
Valk,
Yes.
how far in the future is year 00 thing 0?
Honestly, I don't freaking remember.
So the
Okay.
war lasted a singular year.
That is all you had to say, Valk.
The
that is-
war, yeah, so basically the war lasted for a year.
Somebody.
But
That's lame.
Somebody punch me.
but this event, from what I understand, it seems to me that this is like the last 2 months,
Well,
like
Ba-
before the war ended.
the very little bit that I have seen of Gundam, I have not seen much of Gundam at all. These suits look really primitive compared to what I've seen.
You've seen in the
Yeah.
because like, you know, stylization has changed, and most of like the Gundam suits that we've seen so far has only an anime, so this is more of a realization of what
Well,
it would look like.
I understand that, but at the same time, they look sort of primitive. I love how one of the Gundams, one of the suits
Mobile suits, yeah.
is using the Russian record player as a weapon. I love that. I just
I
have
was
to
just going
say,
to point out that that cargo aircraft offends my eyes as an aviation enthusiast.
yeah, like
Jesus.
this
Look at that.
That
Holy God.
looks
I
like
know
a,
a lot of
fly.
a lot of people who don't watch Gundam. They'll look at that and be like, "That looks like a freaking whale."
doesn't look like a whale. It looks like some sort of massively abused heron. I don't know why.
It looks like something that you would have your young cousin draw with crayon.
Look,
It-
check it out.
Like this,
They're all
this
using
almost like
they're all using building size
The-
DP-28s. I love it. I absolutely 100% love it. But these
it
look
looks
more
really cool.
these look more like Centurions from BattleTech.
That's what. What do they look like? What?
They look like Centurions from BattleTech.
Someone post an image.
I think that's what they're called, Centurions. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. But then again, I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. I still have to watch the video about the Great Houses of BattleTech.
Gray houses.
I
you know
have,
what it also
I
reminds
have to
me?
say, I have to say that this is like just based like they screwed this up. They screwed this trailer up hugely, massively, because the music is such a distraction.
I think what's worse is the fact that a live action trailer for Fallouts is more energetic and engaging than a fully digital
Yeah.
and
Well, no.
Yeah,
it's
and the
not
thing-
just
fighting robots.
It's not just that. It's not just that. The music at first I was kind of hopeful because it did give it that it did give it a little bit of edge, but it looked like whoever put this thing together was just hodgepodged a bunch of scenes together for little or no reason, and they weren't even told what they were going to be what soundtrack they were going to be putting it to. There is no anything to this. It's a bunch of scenes hodgepodged together with a final scene of the Gundam.
Oh, don't worry.
Like they
Oh,
just,
don't worry. I'll show you a trailer after this,
It's
just as a
just bad.
comparison.
I'll just say it. This trailer did this series no good service. It really didn't. Like if anything, it made it look bad.
I mean, the effects and the visuals look pretty good, but it's not an engaging trailer, at least to me. It's just kind of...
Yeah, when you go to put together a trailer, it has to be somewhat engaging. It has to be somewhat engaging. This just looks like just an absolute mismatch of just
Also, those animals look pretty rough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like this whole segment right here. Like listen to the music, listen to everything else and the tone. Like what are they going for here? Like what are they going for?
I honestly don't know. Even like with the Zaku units,
Yeah, they just randomly played a few
Let-
like snare drum kicks and
Let me show you what I'm talking about, old man, because you won't understand what I mean. The Zaku units. This is how they are supposed to look like in the anime series, and.
One second. Let me see if I can't put this up somewhere somehow some way.
Yeah, so these were supposed to be so the ones that you were showing me, right? Like
This was just
with
a
the
bit-
weird Russian thing. Those are technically what we would call the Zaku units. This is how they look like. Let me get
It's just a bad
Not
trailer. It's probably the worst trailer for anything that I've sat down
Like,
and seen in a long time.
This is what they're supposed to look like. Almost like kind of samurai in a way,
Okay.
but with mobile
Well,
suits.
are you gonna send it or am I gonna stare at the TV?
It's in retinue.
Oh my god. You could have told me that. Hold on. Okay, so they're supposed to look like, hold on a second. Let me see if I can't get this pushed up there.
And this is like one
Really
of the... And this is what they're using as a weapon.
I just really don't understand.
That's how they look in the anime.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see if I can't get this pushed up a little bit.
no, next thing you know, boss, we're gonna have Beethoven's Ninth Symphony over a 40K trailer.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and so these units in general, like the
Right.
ones that you saw in the trailer,
Right.
they were created by the Principality of Xeon.
I don't know what that is.
They're the ones that are basically are attacking Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I like the way the visuals looked and everything like that, but they needed somebody who knew how to cut together a trailer. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't just have like. I would have been happy if they had taken this music, spliced over scenes, and had this thing slow mode in the back. Had this thing slow mode with scenes like kind of spliced over it with the snare drum hits, but instead it just looked like they tried to do something completely different, and it just fell absolutely flat with me. I mean, the Gundam looks great. Some of this looks
You know what
really
it feels
really good
like?
and interesting, but it just, because of the music, it falls flat, and I wasn't interested in watching it before, and I'm really not now.
Yeah, it's a lot confusing, especially if you're not like really into the lore of Gundam. Because like what I think kind of happened for this trailer is you have Bankai Namco, which is the publisher for
Right.
basically this. Then you have the animation studio Safe House Inc. I don't know if Sunrise has anything to do with this, but you know the animation studio behind it is called Safe House. I don't know where Sunrise is. I know Sunrise is a studio as well, but I think they might be a publisher. Who knows? And then you have Takuya Satsuki, who is the director I'm looking at here, and then UE5, and it just feels more like a tech demo of what UE5 could do, like, you know, with ray tracing.
It's not even a good tech demo.
It's not
though.
even a good tech demo.
Like, this
Yeah.
shot has pretty good textures and quality, but then you got like a PS2, PS3 looking cow, and honestly, a lot of the mobile suit
Yeah.
kind of looked like a UE4, like PS4 game render.
And you got to use something other than Calembri Light, okay? You're a professional studio. You can do something other than Calembri Light. If that's, I'm pretty sure that's Calembri Light. I'm pretty sure.
Is there a reason also that the is not in all bold or capitalized, but the rest of it is?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, even the studios, the multiple studios behind, like, even with Love, Death, and Robots, like, there was one in particular where it's like a military
Look at
one,
that.
and
Look at
What
that.
is that?
oh god,
Look at the
oh god,
terrain.
the cows.
Look
Wait,
at the
play
terrain.
the cows. Play the cows. The
Like I
animation for
said,
them
it's like
is so
PS2,
janky.
PS3 quality. It's bad. Look at that.
The cows.
Wait, boss, go back. I think that cow was not even connected to the ground, was
It
running
wasn't.
midair. Oh my lord, it looks like it was running in the air.
You don't put this in your. It is running through the air. You don't like. This is my problem with this.
Incredible.
This is my problem with this. Okay, this is my biggest. I can forgive a lot of stuff. I can forgive a lot of stuff. I really, really can. When it comes to the way things look, I could forgive the cows. I could forgive all that kind of stuff. I really could. What I can't forgive is the way the trailer is showing all this hype for this, like, oh, big hype kind of thing, and then it's like two different people were making this trailer, and they did shit at the end to spite each other. That's what it feels
So
like.
let me
The pacing
give
is
you-
bad.
The pacing is
soundtrack
awful.
The soundtrack is not good. The animation quality and fidelity is inconsistent.
And then
There's
pull
nothing
up
action packed really
and
happening.
boss, pull up the Gundam at the end. So that Gundam in particular, the unit for that one is RX-78EX, I believe.
Okay.
Let me send you an image of what that unit looks
Look,
like.
don't get me wrong. It looks great, but at the same time, it's like
It's also dark. Keep that in mind.
it looks.
It's also dark,
hides,
yeah.
I
it hides a
know.
lot.
I know.
Just-
It looks great for the shot, but I am huge when it comes to music selections. I am huge when
Yeah.
it comes to music selections, and this thing just killed me. I wasn't hyped before this. I wasn't like, oh, there's a new Gundam series coming out. I wasn't like that at all. I took one look at this, and, you know, I'm actually kind of disappointed because I was expecting something. They could have gone any direction with this trailer, but they decided to go all of them. Like, you can't do that.
What I feel with this trailer, they should have had like good trailer music. One of the things that, if someone who doesn't understand Gundam, we don't know what the story is. There's no dialogue. Like, even with like which everyone should watch if this gets uploaded after, is the Fallout trailer. I don't know much about Fallout. The only game I played is like the mobile game, like I said. But even then,
Cursed.
even then with like Fallout, I understand it's like a wasteland, but with that in particular, in its own isolation, I kind of understood the story of it because we have dialogue, we understand what's happening. There's like a narrative going on that, okay, this girl, is put into this
Situation.
basically into the situation because she went to this underground bunker that basically saved her, and so now she's exploring Fallout from a perspective of someone that's going into a new light that doesn't know Fallout, or veterans that are part of Fallout series where they understand what's going on, and they're like, oh, now we have lore, like what you and Icey said, is like, we have now lore about Vault 33, which we don't understand it. Right? And with this, from what I'm gathering, if I'm looking at this as a person who doesn't understand Gundam, it's like there's no narrative dialogue to introduce some.
There's no characters their name dropped. They don't
There's
talk
nothing.
about, oh, this is going on, this is going on. It's just
Here it is.
wow.
Here are cool robots doing
Here
things.
are
And I
It's
even
not
had
even
to.
that. It's not even so let me just, like, God, I hate to be this guy. I like to try to find the good in everything that I like to be able to try to find the good, I really like to be able to try to find the good in stuff, but this was just, the pacing was completely and totally wrong. There was no description of what the conflict is or anything like that to draw somebody like me who is completely,
And then I have to sit here and explain.
I watched Endless Waltz. That's all I've ever done. I don't know
There's,
how
like-
far in the future this is.
Yeah.
I don't know how far in the future this is. The Eastern Front, like UC 0079. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know.
Yeah.
11 months after the Revolutionary War, what war?
Yeah, so I honestly, if I were to direct the Gundam, I would have had the dialogue like you would see in Fallout. Have dialogue to explain what the setup is between two characters. Have, maybe, the Principality come in and downstrike the whole entire planet of Earth, or start a war with said Earth and explain that. Instead, all we have is basically a demo reel of what's, look at all these things fighting,
Yeah.
Don't worry about me.
Fighting in quotes.
It honestly looks. There's just so much wrong with this. Even the timing of this is off.
That tank
Like,
being
the
destroyed
time-
is like one of the only things you see.
I know.
The rest of it's just shooting off-screen stuff.
Yeah, I know.
They don't-
It's like,
What the hell is that?
see, not even that fits up. Not even that fits up, and I just can't. Like, for me,
Yeah, I would honestly, if I were to
I'm
have
the guy
someone...
that literally has spent 4.5 hours on a 5-second joke.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna later tonight. I'm gonna check out the Maxor's new video. And
Right.
Maxor will quite literally. I know how long it takes him. I know how long it takes to do some of the things that he does, and I flat out know that Maxor's going to take more time to do a 5-second like quick joke than this trailer did entirely. And it seriously looks like they just slapped together a bunch of scenes and called it good.
It feels like they were running tight on a deadline, and some of the stuff was rendered well and some of it wasn't. They just threw it together to get it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish beating on this. Warpugs, I hope if you like Gundam, this doesn't deter you away. If you really like Gundam, I really do. Hope that
probably would.
I hope that this series, for people that like fans of Gundam, I hope this series is good. I really, really do. But
I'm gonna weep.
yeah, this is. I would hate to see a trailer like this for 40K. It would kill me inside. I would be screaming at the. I would be screaming about it. But
at least Henry Cavill will be part of it, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's Henry Cavill."
Yeah,
I hope so.
Warpugs, all my links are gonna be in the description down below, including the links to this this teaser. I hope this is good. I hope this is good for all the Gundam fans. But yeah.
I'm looking at the Netflix.
This is the first time I can't really be like find something really positive to talk about when it comes to something. So this actually kind of bothers me a little bit, to be quite honest with you. But I'm gonna take off. Warpugs, Valk, say goodbye.
Bye bye.
What? Icey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I'm out.